It looks like we are live. So I'm going to say hello, everyone, and welcome to a terrible stream for terrible people. Took a little bit longer to get started because I was trying to fix an error I've made putting all my video into a video track. And I haven't been able to figure it out yet. So that's super duper annoying. Somewhere near the end. But yeah. Anyway, how are we all doing this fine Monday? What have you been up to? I've had a lovely day actually. It's bank holiday Monday, so I took the kids out. Got one of them their eye test. She's got perfect vision. Only one of us that does. Everyone else in the family has glasses. She's got 20/20, can shoot lasers through walls, I'm pretty sure. Rest of us, not so much.
I got her to read something far away the other day, and I was just like, yeah, she's fine.
How do? At first, I thought there might have been a problem because they went from quite big ones immediately right down to small, and some of them are quite hard to read. But it turns out that they were the smallest ones, and like, even if you've got amazing vision,
Yeah, she can read really far away.
yeah. Oh shit bags! Well, I just spilt Coke on my mouse and other things. Can you get me a cloth or something, please?
Yep.
Oh wow, no. It's making its way across the desk. Why it was on my desk at all, I have no idea. Hopefully I haven't ruined my mouse, although it is very much got wetness on it. Perfect. Everything's going wrong for Sic. Yeah. Damn it. That's what I get for having a nice day. The universe goes, excuse me. Now you will have suffering and pain and annoyance. Mostly annoyance. Thankfully, I didn't get it on the keyboard. The mouse is at least functioning at the moment. We'll see how that holds out before the sticky gets in. Honestly, your pants were so fluffy. I think they've done the whole job. As far the only thing I could use now is
They are very absorbent.
Very absorbent. Anyway, that was stupid. That's what I get for not paying attention. What was I saying?
This is when you need a sippy cup.
What did you say? Get me a sippy cup. I used to have a sealable cup, but then it would get fizzy and it would just pop the top off.
Yeah, you just need to pay attention where drinks are because you're very clumsy.
I'm not clumsy. I just have a completely useless, worthless body that should be thrown in a dumpster. That is not the same thing. Okay, I still can't figure out where I've made an error. And I can't. That's the problem. When I'm doing my editing, I'm not having to pay that much attention because I'm just snipping tracks of audio and making sure they blend well, but I don't have to listen to them. It's more vibes based. But trying to figure out why a piece of something I've said responds to something that came before. I sometimes worry that I've screwed that up when I'm making videos, but it rarely happens, and I usually fix it. But yeah, what is chat up to anyway?
Hello, Sir Sick and Mrs. and chat. I'm finally able to catch a stream again. It's been too long. I was in Japan for 2 weeks, the beginning of April, and then I had to work so much after returning. Ooh, well, welcome back to the absolute terrible place. I don't know why you're excited to be here. It's not really that exciting. But yeah, well, we always wanted to visit Japan. I think it's partly because we're fans of anime more than anything else. But it's also just Japan seems like a place that would vibe well with my introvertism. From like vlogs and stuff I've seen of people, it seems to be a place that is really catered to introverts. If you try and fail and succeed, which have you done? All of them?
Well, I think I figured out what I screwed up anyway.
Welcome to hell, y'all. It's a great place, actually. We get a bad rep from people who hate bright lights. It's thing for me. Wanted to experience the culture was kind of how I expected, but then again, kind of different. I expected it to be somewhat different. Like, there's obviously a way of doing things which would be extremely different, but like, to live in Japan is very different to visit it, I'm assuming. And to work in Japan is probably very different. I know their work ethic is like crazy, crazy high.
I mean, American ethic
Oh yeah, American work ethic's
is
crazy
very
as
odd.
well.
But it's less like, I think there's a difference between work ethic and just constantly turning up regardless of how you feel and how much work you're actually doing. I don't know, but yeah, siestas good, breaks good, taking time off when you're sick, very, very good, important for everybody. But it's been not enlightening over the last few years finding out how broken American work culture is. Like, it's genuinely crazy. And this comes from someone who definitely works too much. Like, I don't get holidays. I had that one holiday which didn't go well, and I have no plans for one anytime soon. Not because I don't want one, but because I just work too much. Although I know certain chatters work way more than me. I've heard stories, but that it's not good. It's not good to overwork.
Yeah, I think that, but the thing is with Americans is they do it out of necessity rather than it's sort of like expected of you to work
I mean,
a certain
it's
amount.
a necessity that's been sort of built.
Yeah.
Rather than one that
rather than
is truly necessary.
Rather than being there to actually help workers, be able to continue to work in future, it's more just like, you are replaceable. You need to work 90 hours a week.
Yeah. Anyway, let's find a slightly less depressing topic. Nuclear weapons. No.
Oh my god, no thank you.
They're fake though. I haven't covered them being fake in a
not
while.
again.
No, I haven't written anything about. I say written, responded to, and make it sound like I was writing things about them being fake. I haven't responded to one in a while. It is a surprisingly pervasive position, though. Like, I mean, it is, as with all things conspiracy theory, just one of those things that every dumb asshole just thinks is right. Oh, it's just to scare you. Nukes are to scare you, but it's because they're real, and they should. I mean, you shouldn't spend all your time worrying about it because it's one of those things. Like, I don't think that there's any point in worrying about whether or not we're a long way or a short way away from being hit by a meteor, like a giant one that just zooms out of nowhere
and takes out like half a continent or something.
No, I'm saying that just blows up the goddamn planet.
Oh right, what are those ones?
There's just
a world breaker. Yeah.
There's nothing you can do about it, and you wouldn't know. Like, if someone decides to fire a nuke, you've got about 10 minutes before everyone fires a nuke in every direction and we're all fucked. So you're kind of worrying about it. By the time it matters, you'll probably be dead.
What would you consider something that is reasonable to worry about then?
Taxes.
Taxes. Okay.
And like, your day-to-day stuff is much more impactful on your quality of life than whether or not some crazy asshole with way too much power is going to kill us all. Like, it's not, worrying about it's not going to help you. And I get that that's, as someone with anxiety, I get it. When you worry about something, you can't help it. But much like my one big fear used to be oblivion. As not the video game. The video game's great. I'm not scared of that at all. But the idea of non-existence scared the shit out of me for a while. And then I realized I literally won't know. I will not be when I'm gone, I just will not know. And that's not the same as wanting to be gone. It's just, it will be a fact about me that I no longer can feel any of that. So I'm not going to worry about it once it happens. So there's very little point in worrying about it now, and it's not going to help me out. It's not going to make anything I do last longer. The really interesting thing is those
Oh yeah,
your
yeah.
biohackers and the like who try and live forever, and
The
then
somebody mentioned like we need an asteroid that will hit Yellowstone and fill up the supervolcano, cancelling both out. So that's
I'm
one
not
less. There's two
sure
things we
that's
don't
how
have.
that works. In
Two
fact,
things we don't have to worry about.
I think if an asteroid landed in a supervolcano, presumably blocking it off, it would make things significantly worse. Right, that's okay. That's that. Right, I found what I was looking for. I forgot I didn't have chat up.
Make
But
sure
the-
you put live chat on as well, because you have a bad habit of not doing that.
It's not a bad habit. It is a completely acceptable habit of not doing a thing that automatically changes itself back. I am not at fault. When it is broken, I am not at fault.
I'm just reminding you.
You called it a bad habit.
It is a bad habit
framing.
because you end up.
It isn't a bad habit.
You miss out on like so much chat.
It is not a habit. There is no habit. It is Sans habit. I have no habit
Yeah,
of turning live on.
The habit is not doing it though.
But that's not a habit.
It is a habit. It's a habit of not doing something.
That's like the habit. That's like the hobby of not collecting stamps, to be all atheist about it. Like, it's not a habit. I have no habit.
The absence of habit then.
Exactly. You could say you always forget, and that's true.
It would be good if you could just like set your settings on YouTube and it just keeps them
I
on
don't
your
know
account.
why it doesn't.
It would be good if it just kept them on your account. Like, oh, this person really likes live chat, so we're just going to leave
But
that on.
the live chat on I have a tablet when I'm streaming, when I'm game streaming, and that stays on live chat.
Mrs.
That
Sick,
doesn't change.
Mrs. Sick, I wonder how many things per day he does that makes you want to slap him. Well, spanking or slapping, which is the difference?
She always wants to spank me.
Oh yeah.
And she always wants to be spanked.
Can you tell any stories about throwing a frying pan or something? No, I don't do that.
You're asking her if she is a violent monster.
I will accidentally drop things on myself, like my toes. I've done that multiple times.
She's not like an angry rage monster running around the house. And we have come to the conclusion that if we have a problem with something, that's our problem. If you see something and you want it fixed, you fix it.
What if, as you die, the time dilation goes to the max and you experience your last moment forever? What, the act of dying over and over and over again?
No, it's not over and over again. It's that one death expanded out into infinity. If that was the case, you probably wouldn't notice. Because your time is relative.
Yeah, your time, you would, if it is literally a moment, you wouldn't register it, would you?
Yeah, you unless your brain sped up, which it wouldn't. Why would it speed up? It would have no reason to. So unless your brain sped up, you wouldn't notice. You'd literally, like falling into a black hole. People say, oh, well, you'd be spaghettified. Yeah, but spaghettification, technically, while it would be a slow process, it's also relatively instant. The difference between you not being spaghettified
So no Thunderdome, no.
and you being actually dead, as far as I'm aware, the difference to you would be you're alive and then you're dead. Even if it took a really long time.
Maybe Mrs. Sick should wear steel-toed boots around the house, I guess. I'm not a big fan of socks, and I tolerate socks and shoes. I'd rather be barefoot.
Yeah.
Like, even when it's really cold and I force myself to wear slippers, I don't like it. I do it because I prefer having warm feet to cold feet.
Unless you have really, really, really fluffy slippers. You do.
I do love fluffy. Yeah.
Super fluffy. Like,
They have to be light, though, because a lot of fluffy slippers are really heavy. I don't like things being heavy on my feet.
He ain't heavy.
But yeah, I tend to tolerate things on my feet. When you disagree with Mrs. Sick, it's pistol at dawn. It's piss at dawn. I go for a piss in the morning. Does that count?
I don't know. When it comes to important stuff, we rarely disagree with each other.
Not really, no.
The only disagreements we have is when we're like discussing things.
Or we have a miscommunication. But even then we solve it.
Yeah, the major thing is that you discuss things, and if you feel a certain way, then you tell each other, and then it can be solved. Like, yeah, it's kind of a cliche at this point, but the key to a good relationship is to fucking talk to each other. It's shocking how many people miss that. We know people who are having rough marriages, and they just do not.
They just refuse to talk to each other about
The
them.
main thing, they do talk to each other, but they refuse to communicate to each other in their own languages.
They only talk to each other when they're upset.
Yeah, there's that too.
That's the problem. You can talk about, a concept that makes you upset in a calm way. You can do that.
I do feel like they have nothing in common outside.
Well, no. Like we
at each other and being married.
Like we are quite compatible because we have a lot in common.
Yeah.
But they have nothing in common. So.
Yeah, and like we're both quite good at finding new things interesting, so we can find new interests together. Like we've both found like red wine experimenting with quite fun to do.
Considering I didn't like red wine before.
Yeah, and now I've come to the conclusion that I don't like white wine, like at all.
I like white wine. I just don't. I think what it is just I've always had crappy cheapness, and I assumed that's just what it was. So I didn't like red wine because I was like, oh, well, this is all it is, and I'm not interested.
But now there's some reds that you're like, oh.
There's one particularly red that I like.
There's two. I would say there's two, but one of them's more a food one, so you can't just drink it.
Yeah, I know. I'm not allowed that one.
Where are you putting the red wine for experimentation? Mostly in our faces. Rarely on the floor. In fact, we have so far not managed to floor some wine
I'm
yet.
quite impressed, to be honest.
Yeah.
Considering how clumsy you are.
But yeah. The
both like
closest was
whiskey?
the girls running into the room.
I'm not a huge fan of whiskey, but I will drink it. It's not really my thing.
I don't know about anybody else, but I quite like whiskey. It's okay.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
White wine is so weird. I've never had a good one, and there are quite a few decent reds I've had.
No, we were trying lots and lots of different wines, and we started off by doing reds and whites, and I found that every single, and they're like not cheap whites, and I just don't like them. Something about it is incompatible with my palate.
It's like they're fine.
Not for me. I actually don't like them.
Like there's only a couple the whites that I actually liked, and they're fine.
I think the reason I thought I liked whites was because I would have them really cold.
Yeah.
And then I could just chug them.
But you just like cold drinks.
Yeah, that's just
like having cold water is amazing. I love cold water.
So I'd kind of ignore the wine and just get it down me as fast as possible. I'm like, yeah, I like white wine. Turns out no. But a red, lovely.
How did the conversation go when you all decided moving in together? Who asked first?
There was no ask. We were sleeping on someone's couch together. She didn't have to be. She had somewhere to sleep, but she did live at home. So then I got a house and she moved in with me because she didn't want to live with her dad.
Yep.
It's really quite simple. Neither of us were that far into adulthood at that point. So
no, I was like 19, something like that.
I was just into my 20s, and yeah, like it wasn't that responsible. We weren't that grown up about it. We just did it, and then there you go. And now we're in our olds. But yeah,
This is boring talk about movies or food. What?
this is boring. Talk about movies or food. That is what they say. I don't care about you. How dare you? I will talk about whatever the hell I feel like, friend. If you do not want to be here, you are welcome to not be here.
You are under no obligation.
Oh, it's Benji. Ignore Benji. Who gives a shit?
Oh, it's Benji. Okay.
Yeah. Benji ain't going nowhere. Come on.
Weirdly enough,
Oh, I was just about to read that.
Brittany? Is it? Brittany is more of a cider county. What? Country. I haven't got my glasses on, so it's a bit blurry.
Why don't you go get your glasses then?
Because wearing them is annoying.
Being able to see, it's such a fucking hassle.
It is a farce. It really is.
Brittany is more of a cider country. I'm getting used to the dry ciders. The sweet ones aren't too bad, but they can be a bit sickly. I can imagine so. And is it cider as in American cider, or is it cider as in real cider? Or what you might call hard cider, which is just to the rest of the planet cider.
Erection.
And then a weird apple juice that you have.
Erection apple juice.
Yeah. She chose your couch over her parents' house for you. Damn, you're great at the sex, aren't you? No, she chose someone else's couch. I didn't say I was sleeping on someone's couch because I didn't have anywhere to live at that moment. So I would sleep on the couch. She would sleep on it with me.
We were just hanging out at the friend's house.
Yeah, essentially. And then I found somewhere to live. I was not there for a huge amount of time, but I found somewhere to live, moved into that, and she moved in with me. She just kind of followed me. I met her, and she's been hanging around ever since.
It's kind of what I do. What is American cider? Probably a travesty.
Well, as far as I'm aware, it's basically just like an apple juice, a cloudy apple juice.
Yeah,
I imagine it
sounds like a travesty to me. I don't know.
It's nice.
Everything that I've heard about American foodstuffs is not particularly interesting to me.
I don't know. Like
I don't like their chocolate, the sound of their chocolate. I've had Hershey's before. It was disgusting.
It vaguely tastes like vomit.
Apparently their bread is basically cake,
which is really weird.
That is really weird.
I think that's why a lot of Americans are really into
they have a thing about
bread.
bleaching eggs for some reason, and I find that weird. Like, they just do things weirdly, and I'm not interested.
I've heard horror stories about their bread. Then again, I'm blessed with bread as German. Yeah, I mean, just making your own bread isn't super complicated. It is effort. Bleaching eggs. Yes, they bleach eggs.
Yeah, you bleach
That's
eggs.
why they keep them
That's why they're white.
Now, to be fair, bleaching or not bleaching is just kind of a matter of preference. But their preference, because it's like FDA shit, is that you bleach it and it takes off like the outer layer and makes them into this thin, weird thing.
I think they do it. It's a cleaning thing. It's like a disinfectant thing.
Yeah.
They disinfect the food, but at the same time, it's just like...
But you can wash an egg without bleach.
You don't need to bleach an egg to use it. The egg bits that you use is on the inside. We bleach anuses too.
Oof.
You're obsessed with bleaching.
Bleach is very effective.
Bleaching hair, bleaching buttholes, you know.
Have you bleached your butthole? Butthole. Am I? Wow, I managed to be 13 minutes.
Yeah. The bleached eggs have to be kept in a fridge. Like in the UK, we don't have to keep eggs in the fridge because they're not delicate.
The thing is, it seems that if we did keep our eggs in the fridge, they would last forever.
Yeah, probably.
They would gain the ability to travel through time. It's like, I guess we all have the ability to travel through time.
Technically, yeah.
A good Nirvana album. Never mind.
It's your favourite, isn't it?
I don't know. They just said a good Nirvana album. And
it is a good album, yeah.
I don't remember. Isn't one of them... I can't... To be honest, that's the only one I can remember the name of because it's the only one I ever owned. And it's a absolute banger. Basically, white versus brown eggs are based on chicken breed. Are they? Okay. Bleach also kills COVID. Yeah, I remember that one. Heading into the future at 1 second per second. Or 1 hour per hour. That's
Oh yeah.
faster, isn't it?
So there's a white chicken that lays white eggs.
That's very odd. I hadn't even considered that there
A
were actually.
leghorn. Apparently, they're called leghorn. What else is? There's another one as well. This graphic is so blurry, I can barely tell what the word is.
Not gonna lie, hearing the term leghorn, I immediately thought of a particular cartoon character.
I immediately
I
thought.
say it.
I immediately thought of appendage, but there we go.
I just realised that my I say it sounded more. I say it. I'm quite northern, me. I'm foregone leghorn from up north.
Oh, I got some chickens have green eggs.
As a teen, I walked 10 miles to buy Nevermind. That was a correct choice.
Good choice.
That was like an absolutely genius move. Not gonna lie. I had the music.
Nostalgia's not what it used to be. Oh my god.
Yeah. The UK vaccinates its chicken for salmonella, means they can be unrefrigerated. US doesn't vaccinate their chickens for salmonella.
Right, okay.
So that's another major difference. It's yes, foghorn leghorn is the reference I was making. Thank you for noticing. Oh god, I had a moment the other day, and it really, 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 it upset me because of how obviously stupid the person was being. They were trying to be nice. In one of my videos, I made a reference about how jumping the shark means you've run out of ideas. And then I had a shark come out of a paddling pool and it said Nanu Nanu. Now, as a big fan of Happy Days, I found that exceptionally funny, which is why I put it in the video. A person then told me, Sick, I don't know if you've ever heard of Happy Days, but it was a show in the US. It obviously didn't go overseas. And I was like, you piece of trash. I know you're trying to be nice, and I know you're a fan, and I shouldn't be mean to you about it. But God, I want to be mean to you right now. I want to call you a fucking idiot. I can't remember what I said, but it was nicer than what I wanted to say. Because when people mean well, I try not to be as much of a dick as when people are obviously being like genuinely assholes. I don't give a fuck about that. I'm happy to rip into someone. Mork and Mindy, exactly. Mork and Mindy is a spin-off of Happy Days. Mork from Ork was introduced in Happy Days after the episode where they jumped the shark. Hence, it all wrapped in nicely together about, Happy Days used to be this very grounded show about teenagers who did teenager stuff. And then it started getting weird because they should have ended the show. They'd run out of ideas for that particular setting, which is fine. Nano, I'm old. I mean, I'm old too, apparently. It was only a show I think it came out in the 80s, didn't it? Or did it come out in the 70s? I don't remember. So is Laverne and Shirley. I don't know. Sick. One on how Jesus cannot be God scripturally, and one on how God is not depicted as omnipresent in the Old Testament texts. What?
Oh,
right, you said something else before. I have decided to dismantle the religious institution from the inside. I have submitted 2 academic articles to the Journal of Theological Interpretation. I mean, I don't think that that's going to dismantle anything. Like, no offense. I mean, unless they're like humanity warping super freaking articles, people are still going to believe things regardless of how well you state your case. But hey, anything more to the dialectic is more stuff that people will have in their brains and think about. So it's only a good thing. I fully approve. But don't hold your breath on whether or not you're actually going to take down the entirety of religion. I would imagine you're not. It's been around a while. I don't see it going anywhere anytime soon.
Do you remember what colour the Fonz's jacket was?
Surely it was just black.
I thought it was brown.
I thought it was a... That's one of those questions, isn't it? In my head, it's a black leather
It's like
jacket.
a dark brown jacket. I'm sure it is.
The Fonz. It is both.
Both?
I think he had different coloured jackets over the time.
It's just a leather jacket, isn't it?
I see some that it looks very... It's okay. It's a very, very dark brown.
Yeah, that's what I
And from
said.
a distance, it looks black. He does seem to have more than one jacket, though.
Well, you would, wouldn't you? You wouldn't wear the same
And that
jacket.
one is definitely black.
That's definitely black, yeah.
Yeah. But then that's some promotional artwork, so that might... Yeah. Henry Winkler. God, I love him in Barry.
What a great name that is.
Yeah. But he was in Barry.
Is the guy?
He
Is that the
played-
guy who plays Barry?
No. Henry Winkler plays the guy who is doing the drama club.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And then he spoilers at the end and spoilers the spoiler.
Yeah.
And that's a really great moment.
Yeah.
If you haven't watched Barry, it's really
good. Yeah, it's a great show.
Even the ending, it's kind of odd, but it's not bad. Like, it's a good ending. It's a solid ending. The right things happen, but they're satisfying.
I asked because of the Mandela effect thing.
Yeah, it seems to me that he has worn both.
Probably just both. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Just,
'cause the thing is like they probably wanted a black jacket because that's but then the only thing that wardrobe could find was a brown one.
I imagine that they just wanted a leather jacket and it didn't really matter.
Yeah.
And then it was so dark that it looks kind of black, so you think of it as black. But it is what it is. It's certainly one of those things that doesn't matter. Henry Winkler was also in Parks and Rec. Did he play an aging Fonz? Because that sounds amazing. Once you get used to the rain, it's a lovely country with great people. Oh, in Germany. Okay.
I thought you were on about the UK then.
Weirdly considering, I saw every episode of Happy Days many times, thanks to syndication. My strongest memory of Winkler is the Water Boy. I think he kind of disappears into the Fonz. Like Henry Winkler as an actor and the Fonz as a character, I see them as two separate people. I guess the thing is, the Fonz is such a caricature of a cool guy, that you think of him as his own sort of entity. Like Ace Ventura, as much as that is obviously Jim Carrey, it's also Ace Ventura. And if you had someone wearing the same clothes, doing the same hairstyle, and doing the same walk, even if it wasn't Jim Carrey, you go, I accept that this is Ace Ventura. Now, not a lot of actors have the physicality of Jim Carrey. You can say a lot of things about Jim Carrey. He's kind of a weird guy, but his physicality is incredible. There's a reason that he was in lots of things that made him into basically a cartoon human. But yeah,
it's the power of hypermobility, man.
When I think of Ace Ventura, I don't really think of Jim Carrey explicitly. And that is my point. It's the same thing about the Fonz. The Fonz is the Fonz, and there also happens to be an actor who played him.
Yeah.
Do you think Jim Carrey is still alive, or is he a clone?
What?
Well, that's kind of not a clone. Certainly not. He couldn't be a clone. But the idea that he could die and then be replaced by someone else is so wildly unlikely because of his physicality. Clones, no. Why would he even be a clone? Like, what would be the value of a Jim Carrey clone? It wouldn't necessarily be even the same person. Fireman Jim was a great Jim character. And Postman Pat was a great Pat, I guess. Patrick Swayze was in MASH. That is something that I can't even comprehend as a sentence. I used to like MASH as well. I should probably download that as I mean, I should probably legally acquire it and then put it on my Plex. The mask was great. Hold on to your lug nuts. It's time for an overhaul, and then start spinning. I like that movie quite a lot. I have watched that movie more than once this year. If I have access to it, I'll watch it semi-regularly. Jack Nicholson was in Little Shop of Horrors. Lots of people were in Little Shop of Horrors. Frickin' I forget his name, but he's got really white hair. He's a great comedy actor, and he plays basically an evil dentist Fonzie. And one of the scenes in that is like they've built like a gigantic fake mouth.
Steve Martin.
There you go. And he's got gigantic tools. And it's such a creepy shot. Little Shop of Horrors is so good. We definitely need to watch that again. We need to watch that one with the kids.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good.
Like I saw a live show of Little Shop of Horrors when I was a kid. It was so good. Like everybody just like all the actors in it and stuff, and the fact that they had the big Audrey plant and stuff. It was very good.
One of the things that I've come to accept about myself as an adult is that there are a lot of musicals that I like.
The Tick isn't weird. The Tick is perfect. Shut up.
And all of the versions of the Tick have their merits as well.
Yeah.
Like, they're not all the best. I quite liked the most recent one that Amazon did. I don't know what actually happened to that, but I found it very entertaining.
I love the Tick. It's such a great character.
Original cartoon, absolutely fantastic. Chair-faced Chippendale, Jesus Christ.
And the moon.
Yeah, he marks the moon so that everyone will remember him. You know, because who could remember a guy with a chair for a face? Literally, just a chair. Even like thin, skinny legs coming out of his body. Bizarre. Someone say, spoon! That's his, that's his catchphrase. I love Bipolar Bear.
Yeah, so good.
The cartoon specifically had some of the best stupid names. They kind of lent...
I really did fall. I think out of all the like cartoons I watched as a kid, it's probably one of the most rememberable ones.
It is very, very memorable. It's generally very funny, but also very creative. I think there was this character that had that was just a tongue, and its weakness was the fact that it was super strong because tongues are so strong. But its weakness was that it was a tongue, so you could defeat it by having bad flavors. It was so stupid. Had a great Christmas special. I imagine so. Powdered Toast Man I remember Powdered Toast Man. Was that the Tick thing? Raoul is old and decrepit. He obviously won Christine's heart, but the Phantom never stopped loving her. What are you talking about?
It's from Ren and Stimpy is the Powdered Toast Man.
Oh, okay.
Oh my god, that's a great picture.
Ren and Stimpy is one of those shows that I remember really, really liking. As an adult, it's quite hard to watch. Because it's not even that it's because it's so crass. It's because it's like entirely crass. There's not a lot else to it. Like occasionally it can still be funny. But like it's not very clever.
Oh my god.
And it doesn't have to be, but as an adult it's quite hard work to watch.
Trapdoor. Wow.
That's not something I recall.
I watched that when I was really young.
What was that about then? What's this all about then?
The only thing I remember of it is the intro where it says "Don't look under the trapdoor." Was it claymation? I can't remember if it was claymation. I'm gonna have to look it up.
Sounded like you said Clay Nation.
Not Clay Nation, Claymation.
Welcome to the Clay Nation.
I'm trying to remember if it was.
That would have been a 90s Claymation only TV segments. Oh, I vaguely remember that blue thing.
Yeah.
What the hell was that show about?
I watched that when I was a kid. Trapdoor. Wow. Yeah, it was claymation. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I really enjoyed that. I remember it being really fun, but I cannot.
remember
I
nothing
cannot.
about
I
it.
know. I remember nothing else about it. I just remember enjoy watching it.
Oh, we should see if we can find that. I think that it would probably be quite fun to watch at least a couple of episodes of Nightmare.
Nightmare.
The Nightmare is the one with the kids. They would go into like a virtual reality. One of them had to put on a big helmet and then walk through a room which had superimposed graphics on it. And then the other kids would
Is
be like,
that that's the puzzle like kids version of Crystal Maze, wasn't it?
essentially,
I really liked that.
And it had the guy, and when one of
Wow,
them,
yeah.
when one of them died, he'd always lean in and go,
Yeah,
nasty.
yeah.
Absolutely fantastic stuff.
I remember. Oh my
Yeah.
god, that's so long ago. Wow.
I think some YouTubers like redid it. I don't know if they got the guy, but they basically did a them as adults doing it again, and because that's just what the show was like, they got fuck all distance into it before they completely failed.
Mm.
It was staggering how hard that game was. Like, no one learned how to play it. We've seen hundreds of episodes of this damn show, and no one got like past like the third room. It was ridiculous and quite entertaining.
There was one that I watched as well. This is really one. I think it's called Action Now, as far as I can remember.
Yeah.
It's a stop motion thing with like Action Men toys.
Okay, so a bit like.
But it's an Adult Swim thing.
There's
So
the Robot Chicken.
some of the like Robot Chicken-esque type thing.
I remember
it being
show.
I remember it being really, really fucking dumb, and I loved it.
I remember there being a show before Chicken.
Yeah, Harvey Berman is a common one that we have.
Oh, Harvey Berman.
We just keep saying, "Do you get that thing that I get the thing I
You
sent
get that
you?"
thing I sent you?
Constantly at each other.
Oh my God, Birdman's joking. I love can't remember his name, Hippopotamus something.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like that he goes from earlier episodes to having like 3-fingered hands, and then they realized it was much funnier to just give him hoofs, big flat circular hoofs like an elephant. So when he's like doing stuff with them, he's just kind of cupping it between his wrists. Oh, that shit makes me laugh so much. Apache Chief Ine Chuck. Yeah, great show. So many good shows. Certainly from being older as well. Like some stuff that it leans into the nostalgia, but it's actually just insane nonsense. Space Ghost. See, I never watched Space Ghost Coast to Coast, but I feel like I probably would enjoy it. Would you pour dill pickle ranch dressing down your gullet? I've never had dill pickle ranch dressing. I'm not a massive fan of pickles in general. I don't mind them in like other things.
I love
but
pickles.
Solo pickles are not really my bag.
I love pickles.
I do like ranch dressing. The best one I've had was the one that we had at Wingstop, which is where I learned that I quite like ranch dressing. Haven't found one since that's quite as good without having to make it myself, which is not going to happen.
Should I get really close to the microphone now and just say I really love pickles?
Oh man, I love the pickles.
I do.
To
be honest though, I'd rather have jalapenos than pickles.
That's true. You'd eat the shit out of jalapenos.
I do. I eat them out the jar.
Oh, we've got those jalapeno sausages that you're like so on. I really like those.
It's because they're sausages. I'm like, eh.
I know, but they're still tasty.
Venture.
Hit that thumbs up button for pickles.
Venture Bros? You've told that
Venture Bros is really good.
You've mentioned that to me, yeah.
It is basically, imagine Scooby-Doo mixed with what was the one with the oh god, not Ben 10. Ben 10's the one where he changes into things.
I don't know what Ben 10 is.
Like the first episode of Harvey Birdman is based on a show that's name escapes me, but there's the scientist dad, and then like his bromosexual life partner, who is also his bodyguard, who looks after the kids. Johnny Quest. That was it. Johnny Quest. There we go. People are saying Johnny Bravo. Fucking.
I never watched.
Very wrong.
I never watched Johnny Quest.
Yeah, well, I didn't watch Johnny Quest, but I was aware of it. And it's basically just adventure because some bad guy do a mean thing. Venture Bros is Johnny Quest, but for me.
Right.
Basically. I think it's a show that you could learn to enjoy, but it would take enough episodes that you'd get bored of it first.
Probably.
And that's the annoying thing about you. It takes a while to get into something.
The thing is, like, you watch a lot of these, like, comedy-based shows.
Yeah.
And to me, I find them really fatiguing. Whereas I'll happily watch a drama.
Yeah, you'll watch
like,
a drama
I'll watch,
I'm like, fucking hell. Okay, we've watched one episode.
Yeah, it's like really heavy drama, and I just watch that, and I'd binge watch that. And whereas you will watch more lighthearted stuff.
I find lighthearted stuff bingeable. You find desperately depressing stuff bingeable.
It's interesting. It's not depressing. Like,
although,
well, then again, like, I wanted to watch the documentary. What was it? False Prophet, I think it is. It's about cults, modern cults and things, and I wanted to watch that. And I was just like, that sounds really interesting. And you're just like, I'll pretend you didn't say anything.
I don't remember you saying anything.
Exactly, I'll pretend you didn't say anything.
I probably would have just been.
You two play games together? Which games? Not really. I just tend to watch him play games.
For the most part, like, we'll occasionally play a game together. We tried doing some friend swap together, and I can't stand it. There's only so much out of it that I can get. I think the biggest problem is that friend swap doesn't really work with two of you. You need like 4 or 5 people all doing things at the same time. Otherwise, it's both monstrously difficult, and there's not enough people to have interesting things happen. So it kind of defeats the purpose, as far as I can tell. The only other things that we've played, the most substantial game we played together is probably a decent amount of seamless co-op.
Yeah, we played Peak together.
Yeah, Peak was okay.
Yeah, we got to the top and then we were like, "Yep, that's done."
Yeah, we got so far in our first play that we were like, "Yeah, that's enough of that." But the kids have played the shit out of it.
Oh,
so
yeah, they were playing it today.
Yeah. That's one of the great things about if we ever want to buy a game that we're not sure that we'll enjoy, we make sure it's something we reckon the kids will enjoy. And because of Steam sharing, they could just play all of the games I own. Peak. Yes, Peak is a game about climbing.
We've watched Fallout on Amazon, yeah. That's pretty good.
Also, I'm just going to break my arm.
As somebody who is a bit of a big fan of Fallout, yeah. Friend swap, so like things like it was called Repo.
Repo, the one with the RV there, yeah.
RV there, yeah. And there was Lethal Company, things like that.
Yeah, all the ones that are designed for many people all at the same time, but aren't necessarily the most in-depth games in the world. Phasmophobia is a friend swap game. It's probably the progenitor of friend swap.
Yeah.
And I say the term with the most, like, I'm not being down on it. I get the value. I like watching people play it together. I like watching other people, but then you usually get a filtered version of what happens with the best moments rather than an actual sitting there playing it. And whenever I'm playing a friend swap game, I always feel like I could be doing something more fun. And if I'm thinking about doing something more fun, I'm probably not having fun. And that's what I figured out. Yeah. Yeah, I prefer something more straightforward, but
you tend to like to be things that challenge your skill.
Yeah, I like skill tests. I like difficult games as a general rule. Difficult and fair. Love the FromSoft games. Really enjoying Sekiro. This will probably be the first time I actually manage to beat the bloody thing, because that one is I've bounced off of that several times at several distances in, and this is the first time I've ever been playing it. Because Mrs. Sick is playing it, I have to learn how to beat the bosses. So if she gets stuck, I can actually explain how to beat them. One of my problems is I'll have this habit. I have quite quick reactions when it comes to video games. So I will often end up beating a boss without really understanding how. And that's not a brag. That's pathetic. That's stupid. And I shouldn't do that. So I now spend sort of more time actually learning how to fight the boss. And it's turned a lot of bosses that I found freaking impossible to easy and quite fun to fight. The Sekiro one, the primary one in Sekiro being Genichiro. I used to think he was basically impossible. I can now almost hitless the guy. And that's just, yeah. And that's been really fun to learn. So having her play very, very difficult games that I like has been really, really good for my own enjoyment of them.
It's terrible for me. I find it very frustrating, but I still do it anyway.
I do think you find them more fun than you would have.
I find them really tiring. They're so I put so much energy into
How was your
like
second playthrough of Dark Souls 1?
it was
Was that more like playing Skyrim, just like wee?
no, it was still difficult. It's
But-
just I knew what to expect.
Yeah.
And I knew what the gimmick of the bosses was, so it was easier. It didn't make it like easy, it was just easier.
Blood is a game where you kill God, which is obviously the goal of all atheists. That's true. What is the most boring game? Snooker. It isn't if you like snooker. If you like snooker, it's probably very, very entertaining. I think darts is really tedious.
Oh god, yeah. My uncle really likes
I'd
darts.
rather watch snooker than watch darts.
He watches the championships of darts.
The champion shits.
Yeah, championships.
Okay,
I find it so boring.
Scrim is nowhere near Dark Souls, respectfully, Sir Sick. No, you don't understand what I was trying to say. I'm trying to say playing it like it's Skyrim, as in you just kind of go forward and you don't really pay as much attention as you used to because you've got all the muscle memory. Skyrim, you don't need the muscle memory. You just throw your face into an enemy and you keep hitting them till they die. And if you need to, you occasionally take a drink. I am definitely not saying that Skyrim and Dark Souls are the same. I wish they were closer. I would love to play Skyrim with more complicated combat. But then again, that kind of exists now in Crimson Desert.
I was going to say, isn't that just Crimson Desert?
Crimson Desert has pretty fun combat. It's got lots of doing it. E.T. for Atari was the most boring game. Well, E.T. for Atari was basically not really complete. It was just enough of a game to ship. Cricket isn't exactly exciting. I mean, most sports ball types game, I'm not a sports ball fan. So I would definitely rather not be watching most things. I will watch esports, but then I understand the games that are being played.
We watch speed runs.
Yeah, speedruns can be quite fun to watch. So it's not like I'm anti-competition.
And you've been watching, what's he called? The one who's been doing Dark Souls, the old guy.
Oh, Gigadad.
Yeah,
Yeah,
been watching that one.
he's on Sekiro now, and he is very stuck. My Skyrim character is invincible. Got bored. Yeah, that's a big part of the problem.
It's one of the problems with Skyrim is that your character can do everything.
But if you play it in a certain way, it can be fun.
If you limit yourself, it makes it better to play.
Yeah, much more fun. If you
If you give yourself like limits of like who your character is and what they can do, then yeah.
Sport is boring. I don't find sport particularly entertaining personally. Darts is boring to watch, but drunken lawn darts can be really fun. I mean, it depends how many people you hit. Playing Skyrim as anything other than a stealth archer makes the game fun. That's probably true. Then again, if you just play as a big guy with a stick, it's pretty simple. Someone says golf. Is this we're listing the games that we don't like, the sports that we don't like? Because I kind of get the appeal of golf, but that might just be because I really like the film Happy Gilmore.
The only sport that I really liked when I was younger anyway was skateboarding. I liked watching people skateboard.
Oh, yeah.
And
extreme sports are quite fun to watch.
And
yeah, if someone brought up X Games immediately.
And World's Strongest Man.
You only like World's Strongest Man because it's basically porn.
Yep.
And you already have him, so I don't understand why you need other World's Strongest Man.
World's Strongest Man is really good. I really enjoyed that one.
Tony Hawk's Pro Skate, I love that game. But that is hardly actual skateboarding. Like, skate is closer to skateboarding. And I like that too, because it's fun. Free climbing is a sport you can't buy insurance for. Can you insure me for this? Can you not do it? We've got an insurance policy. As long as you don't climb a rock, you have insurance. Play Super Battle Golf. You will lose friends. I imagine so. It sounds like the sort. I always liked going to the driving range. Because it's basically, hit this as hard as you goddamn can. And I am all up for that as a concept. Golf is a good walk spoil. That is surprisingly fair. Swimming in the English Channel, avoiding the floaters. I just rather not. I only like outlaw golf for the Xbox. That's probably pretty fun. Actually, most of the really, like, everybody's golf is actually pretty fun.
The best ever sport invented was women's beach volleyball.
Someone's been playing Dead or Alive beach volleyball, haven't they?
Is that the one where even though they're not moving, they're still jiggling?
I don't know, but probably.
Yeah. Like, they stop and they just keep going and going and going.
The jiggle lasts for all time.
Yeah, it just keeps going.
Y'all can shit on American food and drink. I wasn't shitting on it. We just don't get it. But you can't deny we made all your sports way better than the original version. Cricket, baseball, rugby, football. Rugby's better than American football. American football was just...
Imagine tits not jiggling at all times.
Having armor on, it's just like depressing how many young men ruin their lives by smashing their bodies against floors and walls and other people. That's not better. That's a terrible, terrible thing to do. So no. And I don't like cricket or baseball, so that's an irrelevant point. Although I did watch a guy who is a baseball player try out cricket bats, and he really liked them. It's like, Jesus, you could really knock them with these things. So that was quite fun to watch. But yeah, anyway, it's on the hour now, so I'm going to bugger off. And as an American, I'll apologise. You should.
It's not on the hour. There's still a minute left.
Is there?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I was late, but that wasn't my fault. And also, I'm going to leave anyway.
Wow.
Yeah. They paid so much for the... I mean, one person paid. And I appreciate that. But it wasn't to keep me here forever. They get 1 whole minute extra and not extra.
You know, you're stalling for time.
No, I'm going. Okay, thanks everybody. Bye.
Bye.